It's Friday, October 18th. I'm Shari Einhorn. First in Newsday, police video of the man accused of killing two Roslyn teens in a wrong-way drunk driving crash can be used in court. A Nassau County judge said yesterday the video can be submitted as evidence at the trial of Amandeep Singh in February. The body camera footage shows him being interviewed by police prior to his arrest. Prosecutors say Singh's blood alcohol content was more than double the legal limit when he killed 14-year-olds Ethan Falkowitz and Drew Hassenbein in Jericho last year. First in Newsday, new information on that crash that critically injured an East Northport man. Police now say the driver of the second car involved in Saturday's crash that hurt 22-year-old James King was Ryan McGay. He's the son of Suffolk Police Detective John McGay. An accident information exchange form provided to King's family lists the father, John McGay, as the driver. No charges have been filed. A lawsuit challenging Hempstead's school bus camera ticket program is moving forward. A judge recently ruled in favor of a West Hempstead man who says the town knowingly misrepresented the facts against him. He says the video evidence in his case does not show that a bus was stopped to pick up or drop off students or that it had the proper markings. The Christmas spirit is coming to Spirit Halloween here on Long Island. The owners of the seasonal Halloween store will open a temporary Christmas-themed pop-up at the Sayville Plaza in Bohemia. It's one of 10 stores being tested across the Northeast next month. It will sell holiday decor, clothes, inflatables, gifts, and stocking stuffers. You're going to have to cough up a lot of cash if you want to go to the Ryder Cup at Bethpage Black next year. Tickets will cost $750 a day, and you have to win a ticket lottery to buy them in the first place. The Ryder Cup director is defending the prices, saying they are in line with other New York events when you consider it's an all-day affair and fans are going to be able to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner included. The Mets are on the brink of elimination after another blowout loss. Tim Healy is at Citi Field, where the Amazons must win tonight.
And here the Mets find themselves again. They suffered another really brutal, ugly loss to the Dodgers Thursday night at Citi Field. Game 4 of the National League Championship Series. It was a 10-2 final, and the Mets were on the wrong end. They have been blown out by Los Angeles 3 times in 4 games. Now the Mets situation is simple, straightforward, but not easy. This is a best-of-7 series, and they're down 3 games to 1. So either they can win the next 3 and get to the World Series, or lose 1 and go home for winter. Season would be over. So the Dodgers, of course, would like to wrap this up nice and tidy Friday night at Citi Field, Game 5. The Mets are going to try to save their season again, just as they did in the second week of April and at the end of May and the first half of August, the end of September, the first week of October. It's been a very eventful season for the Mets, which is where they find the belief to do this again. We're going to find out. It's going to be David Peterson on the mound for the Mets against Jack Flaherty for the Dodgers. From Citi Field, I'm Tim Healy for NewsdayTV.
Thanks, Tim. The Yankees also stumbled in a heartbreaking loss. Eric Boland is at Progressive Field in Cleveland with where the Bombers go from here.
The biggest question in the Yankees clubhouse is how will they respond for Game 4? The Yankees, over the years, they've had a lot of success at Progressive Field. It was originally Jacobs Field when it opened in 1994. They've won more games in this ballpark than any other visiting team has since the park opened in 1994. But some of their most memorable and crushing postseason losses have taken place right here. You can go back to Mariano Rivera giving up a game-tying home run to Sandy Alomar Jr., now the Guardians' first base coach, in Game 4 of the '97 Division Series. Cleveland ended up winning that in 5 games. This one here tonight goes right up near the top of the list, if not the top of the list for most crushing postseason losses. The Yankees really were one strike away from winning this one, and then Luke Weaver, who has been terrific in the closer's role, gives up a stunning two-run homer to Joneski Noel in the bottom of the ninth inning. But the pitch that he really regretted was to the batter before, Lane Thomas, who he had an 0-2 hole. Thomas worked it back to a full count and then doubled off the top of the wall in left center on a full count 95-mile-an-hour fastball. And to Weaver, that set up the dramatic with Noel. And then, of course, after the Yankees stranded a runner at second in the 10th inning, Clay Holmes gives up the walk-off two-run homer to David Fry. It really was punch, counter punch, counter punch. And as Clark Schmidt, who started tonight's game, said afterwards, it was Cleveland landing the final punch. And we'll see how the Yankees are able to get up off the mat in Game 4 tomorrow. So close to a 3-0 lead in this ALCS. Now it's 2-1, and the Guardians certainly have the momentum. We'll see if Luis Gil, the Yankees' rookie starter, can halt that momentum tomorrow night. Reporting from Progressive Field in Cleveland, this is Eric Boland for Newsday TV.
Thank you, Eric. You can read more about the Yankees and the Mets on our homepage. Just click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. The New York Liberty could lock up their first WNBA championship with a win tonight. They lead the Minnesota Lynx 2-1 in the best-of-5 series. Game 4 is tonight in Minneapolis. LI Votes 2024. Election Day is 18 days away, and we're going one-on-one with the local candidates running for Congress and Senate to find out where they stand on issues that matter most to you.
Specifically, what I want to tell the viewers is making sure that we have a Republican conference that's in the majority for the House of Representatives, because we will be the voice for the suburbs.
Republican Mike LaPetri in our Melville studios talking about what he would do if he beats Democrat Congressman Tom Suozzi in the 3rd Congressional District. Suozzi declined our invitation to attend. In the 2nd Congressional District, candidate former Democratic State Assemblyman Rob Lubin is taking on two-term Republican Andrew Garbarino. Garbarino declined Newsday's invitation for a debate. In the 1st Congressional District, we're hosting incumbent Republican Nick LaLota and Democratic challenger John Avlon for a debate. And we spoke with Republican Mike Sapricone, the former NYPD detective and security firm owner, is challenging New York Democratic Senator Kirsten Gillibrand. Gillibrand chose not to come in. You can watch our one-on-one interviews and the debates streaming on Newsday.com starting on Monday. Newsday wanted to bring you a debate or a one-on-one conversation with the candidates in the 4th Congressional District. However, that did not happen. Democrat Laura Gillen declined our invitation up front, even though we did offer several different dates. Incumbent Republican Anthony D'Esposito initially agreed to speak with us, but backed out at the last minute.
Well, another winter season is upon us here across Long Island, and the last couple of winters have been anything but cold and snowy. In fact, we've seen well below normal snowfall and well above normal temperatures for the last couple of winters across Long Island. But NOAA has just put out its official 2024-2025 winter outlook across Long Island. And will things be any different this season? Well, the past 10 seasons or so, we've seen scenes like this across Long Island. There have been some big blizzards and big snowstorms in the past 10, 20 years, and scenes like this have been fairly common. But the last couple of years, with the warm temperatures and with the lack of snow, we just haven't seen many scenes like this. So the official NOAA forecast came out this week, and the official forecast still shows above normal projections for temperatures across Long Island, which is not good for snow lovers, and precipitation probably near normal as compared to last season, which was well above normal, which gave us all that crazy rain. The last 5 years in terms of snow, we've only had 2 seasons, 2020 and 21 and 2020 2021 to 2022 with above normal snowfall. The last couple of years and going back to 2019 to 2020 have seen below normal snowfall. Temperature-wise, again, it's been warm just about every single month in the winter for the last 2 seasons, except for December 2023, which was slightly below normal. But the entire winters, for the most part, have seen above normal temperatures, which is not great for getting snowfall. In fact, the last month when Long Island had above normal snowfall was January 2022, when we had 31.8 inches for that month. But keep in mind, that came mostly from one big blizzard, a record snowfall, 23.5 for the record daily snow for Islip MacArthur Airport, and a 24.7 storm total, which contributed to that big amount. So the bottom line, it could just take one big snowstorm or one big cold outbreak to alter the winter forecast. But right now, from NOAA, it looks like it's going to be yet another mild and snowless winter. I'm meteorologist Rich Von Owen for Newsday TV.
Get ready to shuck. Oyster Fest is returning to Oyster Bay this weekend. Elisa DiStefano has a preview.
It's one of Long Island's biggest events. Preparation is underway here in Oyster Bay for
Oyster Fest, which is now officially rebranded.
This year, the festival that takes place here on the waterfront at Theodore Roosevelt Park is bigger and more fun-filled than ever before, with the town of Oyster Bay taking over.
So how many people do you think you're going to bring in?
We'll have over 150,000 people here. We have a system to manage moving people around. We have even improved the site plan so the lines will be shorter.
The stages are already set up.
Right here at TR Park, this is the main stage. We're gonna have all kinds of bands ranging from country to rock to disco. Then there's gonna be the West End Avenue stage where there'll be children's entertainment, and there'll be an Audrey Avenue stage for Long Island artists.
What will happen here?
This is gonna be the site of the oyster eating and shucking contest, which takes place Saturday at 2 o'clock. Someone has eaten over 400 within the time limit, which is around 4 minutes or so.
That makes my stomach hurt just thinking about it. If you do want to eat oysters, there will be plenty of them here.
The seafood will just have its own food court, but then we're standing right here in the main food court where there's going to be the biggest menu they've ever had.
What are we talking?
We're talking about really gourmet food trucks like the one behind me here, Roadhouse Empanadas, where you can get beef and cheese empanada or you can get banana Nutella.
Ooh, now you're speaking my language. And of course, there's plenty to wash it down with that you can enjoy right here.
That's right. This is the new location of the Sands Beer Garden, which takes place right here on the grass overlooking Oyster Bay Harbor.
I mean, this is the best seat in the house. Look at that view.
Absolutely. And there's also going to be craft brew here served by the Oyster Bay Brewing Company. And there's also going to be axe throwing. There's going to be cornhole. There's going to be a golf simulator in here. You could also watch football games on flat screens.
And for the under 21 crowd, there's plenty to do too.
Absolutely. At Beekman Beach, there's going to be an entire carnival set up by Newton Shows where there'll be rides and games. And there'll be a pirate encampment set up by Kings of the Coast where you could search for a buried treasure.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
It's going to be taking place October 19th and 20th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
I can't wait to see what the festival looks like here.
It's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of people here.
And you can read more about Oyster Fest on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Feed Me is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
And now we continue our tour of some of the best restaurants on Long Island. Today, Erica Marcus has today's Feed Me TV.
After 11 years of publishing a top 100, this year we decided to mix it up and present our top 50. Here are two restaurants that could not be more different, but I am excited equally about both of them. Now the first one is Blackbird Kitchen in Wantagh. The two guys who opened it, brothers-in-law Chris Parada and Frank Ubriaco, were determined to do something really different. They put together an amazing bar program, terrific cocktails, and a really imaginative wine list. But meanwhile, in the kitchen, this tiny kitchen, Chris, with the help of like one dishwasher, started to cook amazing food. And the menu ranges from tuna crudo to one of the best cheeseburgers on Long Island to what is one of Long Island's best cacio e pepe, or what about the corn agnolotti? You probably need to book ahead because this place has become justifiably super popular. And now we come to Sichuan Garden in East Setauket. I remember back when there were no authentic Chinese restaurants on Long Island. Now you can get really good Szechuan food in a lot of places. So it's really something when I say that the best Szechuan food I've found is at Sichuan Garden. The menu is all photographed, so you have no problem figuring out what to eat. You must have the mapo tofu. This is the best mapo tofu I've ever had in my life. A dish that I sort of stumbled upon was yam noodles. You should also make sure that you get the stewed fish. This huge bowl of fish has big fat pieces of fish floating in it and whole Szechuan peppercorns and chilies, and it's just marvelous. This is a place you can just go to again and again and just keep exploring the menu.
To see the full list, go to newsday.com/top50. This is Erica Marcus for NewsdayTV.
To see Newsday's complete list of the top 50 restaurants on Long Island, go to newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Checking out your hyper-local Friday forecast. Another cold start to the day, but we're warming up for the weekend. Here's your day planner. Sunny today with highs around 65 degrees. Tomorrow, even warmer with highs around 68. Looking at your 7-day forecast, mostly sunny days ahead with a few clouds popping up mid next week.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
I'm Shari Einhorn. Thanks so much for watching.